What's up, guys? Just thought I'd do a quick video because I got a lot of stuff running through my head. Here we are about a week away from the Royal Rumble. You got the Go Home Raw tomorrow night. Um, I'm gonna throw a couple ideas out there, and a lot of them are gonna be far-fetched, and a lot of them are gonna be stupid. I'm going completely off the cuff here. I have no, layout. I was gonna lay it all out and maybe do like a series where I can book Raw for you, but you would have to get too much into it to book it or write it properly. You would have to really get into time and all that. And first off, if I was booking fucking Raw, I'd go to USA and go, look, 3 hours is too much. We're scaling this back down to 2. you know, or maybe even 2.5. That way, bam, main event's coming on, and then get that quarter hour out of the way or half hour. But anyway, if I were WWE, I would open Royal Rumble hot. You start off the show with CM Punk. Punk comes out there and cuts a promo on, oh yeah, did you see me? I'm not afraid of The Rock. I'm not afraid of Dwayne. I'll take him head on anytime, anywhere, anyhow. And it just shows further that you people don't matter to me, because I know you people, thought that The Rock was going to get under my skin and The Rock was going to, insult me, but I'm not offended. I'm not insulted. It's everything is fine in my world because you people don't matter. And you people also don't matter to people like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you people don't matter to people like Shawn Michaels, because rather than come here and celebrate the 20th anniversary of Raw last week with you, where were they? And this is where it's going to be like, what? Because you used current events to your advantage, folks. If I were CM Punk, I'd go out there. CM Punk wings a lot of his promos, and he tries to be controversial. If I were Punk, I'd go, where Steve Austin was? Do you know where Shawn Michaels was last week? Do you know why they didn't appear in front of you and clap their hands and drink beer in front of all you guys? They were at a gun show. They would rather be at a gun show, celebrating guns, celebrating the killing of useless baby animals, than be here and do what you guys paid them to do what they made you a star, to thank you. They didn't want to thank you. No, they wanted to go buy more guns. They wanted to go and celebrate guns, how guns, just get into the whole gun issue. That's what's running Rockshot through America right now. And that's what right there, and it's true. It is true. They had a prior engagement to appear at a gun show. 20th anniversary Raw, no, gun show. So you have CM Punk ping on that. They were at a gun show. They would rather celebrate firearms and chaos and anarchy than be here in front of you fans. And about the time he splits that, if you smell, Rock runs in and we get another beatdown. We get another pull apart. The referee's pulling to certain corners. You have it very much like the John Cena, Brock Lesnar pull apart that happened last year. They take it to separate corners. Maybe more people are holding back the Rock than CM Punk. Because it takes that many guys to hold The Rock back. It takes that many people to hold The Rock back. But here comes CM Punk, and he, bam, hits him with the dang on forearm in the corner, and then they're going at it again. And maybe they get away from the agents. All of a sudden, The Rock and CM Punk are maybe in the middle crowd of agents. They both come up, and the agents go fucking flying everywhere, and they're in the middle of the ring rolling around, tagging each other. About that time, you cue Vince McMahon's music. Vince comes out and goes, you know what? You two want to brawl? You two want to fight? You two don't want to be separated by anybody? That ring and our agents can't contain you. So here's what's going to happen. The Royal Rumble, all bets are off. The match at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship, CM Punk defending that title against The Rock, is now no disqualification, falls count anywhere. You make it a street fight even. Since we know that the Shield is probably going to run in anyway, pull the rug out from under them and just make it no DQ. Falls count anywhere in the building. So that's how I would, open Raw. You got to open Raw hot like that. Maybe, and then you go into the world title situation. You got Del Rio versus Big Show. Honestly, we all know Del Rio's going over at the Rumble. But I would have it like maybe the Big Show. They're in the back. You see Del Rio and them pulling up into the arena. And, maybe Del Rio and Ricardo get out and he tosses the key to this guy. He goes, hey, park that over there for me, will you? The champ is here and blah, 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 blah. Come on, Del Rio, we got to go, see if we got a match tonight or see, they're just arriving to the building, something along those lines. And then maybe like from out behind one of the other cars over in the distance, you see Big Show pop out, walks up to the kid who Del Rio just gave the keys to. Hey, it slips the kid $100 bill. The guy slips Big Show the keys. And you go, thanks, kid, blah, 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 whatever. Big Show gets in the car. That would be another thing, trying to watch Big Show get into this car, like a Lamborghini or something. And we cut the commercial, come back for commercial, and Del Rio's music and maybe hits, and the car drives into the arena, and maybe the car is like lowering, like maybe the car is sitting on its axles when it comes in because Big Show's so fucking huge. And Big Show gets out of it, and he's there with a microphone, and he goes, you know what? That title means more to me than anything in this world. And this Sunday, you're going to find that out when I do anything I have to do to take it back. Because I'm a giant. But I need that title. I want that title back. That title means everything to me. He goes, but that title really doesn't mean much to you, Del Rio, because you fancy, you like the fancier things in life. Your cars, your mansions, your women. And all of a sudden, maybe, Big Show puts his fist through one of the windows, gets up on top of the car and stomps through the windshield. Just destroys the car by himself. And the fans are booing him because he just destroyed a car. It's a heel thing to do to me. Normally it's a babyface thing in recent years. John Cena destroying the limo and Kofi Kingston destroying a NASCAR. But why can't a heel do that? That's what I would do to build heat. The Divas title situation, Eva's gone. So I would have Caitlyn defended up against maybe Layla at the pay-per-view. I don't really know what's going to happen. They're calling for a Divas match. You got your tag match situation. All of a sudden, I would have Team Hell No versus Team Rhodes Scholars, and maybe you have the Shield come down in that match, at the pay-per-view. I don't know, but this Monday night on Raw, they just cut promos back and forth because they cut good promos. I'd have those two just go in like a promo spot, or even have like Kane versus Damian Sandow and Daniel Bryan versus Cody Rhodes in singles matches this week. Maybe Cody comes down and costs Kane his match, and Kane comes down and costs Sandow or Cody Rhodes his match, or something along those lines. I would have them face each other this Monday night. Maybe then, like I said, I know that they're going to really concentrate on Punk and Rock this week. Rock is scheduled to appear. But that's just the whole point. I could just see Punk right now going, you know what? They would rather go to their guns and celebrate their guns than be here with you guys last week. And maybe if they're going to go that route, I don't know if you would have to have Michaels or Austin appear. You wouldn't have to have them appear. But it plays true to life. It plays close to the hip. It plays into everything that CM Punk has been doing. It plays to everything he stands for. It builds the feud. Another thing I thought about doing is maybe CM Punk does a This Is Your Life rock. Much like Foley did, only he does it bad. You know, here comes one of your doomed cast members, Rock. How much millions and millions of dollars did you make on that one? Finally, we know that there won't be a sequel, you know, or something. And then, this is very distasteful, but WWE tends to go this way sometimes. Maybe the last person on the This Is Your Life, Rock, to show how bad and corrupt your life is, maybe you could go with like how The Rock is all beefed up. Maybe you're on steroids, Rock, or something. Maybe the last one you bring down is Danny, The Rock's ex-wife. Yeah, I know those two are good friends or whatever, but you know, this is your life, Rock. This is what this lifestyle has led to. This lifestyle has led to you getting divorced. You violated the sanctity of marriage. You have no tradition. You'd rather go off and make movies than be at home with your wife. So your wife left you. Your wife filed for divorce. You know, you can just go. That's a bit over the top. But I could see WWE doing something like that. I mean, it's, you know, I could totally see them doing something like that. Anyway, this is running on a bit long. I don't really know where they're going as far as that. The Royal Rumble match has kind of taken a side seat this year. You could have like a couple Rumble qualifying matches on Raw this week. All in all, maybe I expect Vicky Guerrero to come out and make a match. Maybe you might even see The Rock work this week. But if it were up to me, ultimately, when I started this, you know, maybe you do the pull-apart angle with The Rock and Punk, but maybe Punk, you know, maybe Rock and Punk, you do the whole pull-apart thing about the, nobody cares about these people. You know, the top star in the last 20 years, Stone Cold Steve Austin, doesn't even care about you. He was at a gun show. He doesn't care anymore about this business. That just shows you what happens when you get old and you know, blah, blah, blah. But I will always care. And maybe Vince, when he announces the street fight or whatever, he goes, okay, you're going to have a contract signing this Thursday on SmackDown. Or, you know, and you know what all contract signings go. The last time there was a contract signing, Punk performed really well there as far as his promos go. So there's a lot of ways you could go with it. I think they need to open it up hot, and instead of Punk running down to attack The Rock, you have Rock run down now and attack Punk, and just you can't contain these guys. These guys want to brawl. Maybe even, you know, you can't say it's not sanctioned because then you can't have it for the title because if the WWE doesn't sanction the match, then it's not for our title. So I thought about that. Maybe it's unsanctioned. Then I go, well, if it's unsanctioned by the WWE, it can't be for their title. So but then again, when has WWE ever tried to use real logic? So anyway, that's my thoughts. If you have any more thoughts, drop them below and we'll read them on the next video, or maybe even on my next live stream. I'll read some comments. But yeah, that's why, you know, continuing a couple of angles, a couple of the major angles anyway. You know, Del Rio and Big Show. It really is a who gives a damn, you know, deal because we know Del Rio's going over, and it's going to lead to the Rumble. They're probably going to have a good match at the Rumble because Big Show's been working his ass off for the last year, or more than a year. So it's hard to say what's going to happen with that. They want Del Rio with Ray being out. They want Del Rio to be the figurehead Latino with the WWE, and they know SmackDown has always had a strong Latino audience. They were in Houston, which is where a lot of Latinos are. So I mean, it makes sense. Maybe, you know, I'm telling you right now, they're probably setting up for Rock and Cena Part 2, which is stupid. I don't want to see it. I didn't want to see it the first time, because here it is, exactly what I said a year ago. You can go back and watch my videos. A year ago, at this time, I was saying it. After The Rock and John Cena happen, will it matter? Will it matter? No. If that match never existed, I truly believe things would be the same within the WWE. It meant nothing. It did nothing but cause one big buy rate and one big WrestleMania crowd, which, yeah, that's your biggest show of the year, but at the same time, you got 11 other pay-per-views. You have 11 other, you know, months that you have to get through, 11 other main events that you have to persuade people to buy. And at the end of the day, that match pretty much led to a dead end for them. Punk and Rock has a little bit more meaning because it's for the title. And it is, Punk's huge title reign. So this means something. This match actually means something. Rock and Cena meant nothing. Oh, the once in a lifetime. Who's the greatest? Who cares? You're both stale as damn bread that's been sitting on the counter for 4 weeks. Whatever the hell that means. But anyway, they're just stale. That's the only way I can put it. The Rock is stale. Well, Joe, he's driving ratings. Well, yeah, because it's, they get on there and these guys who are, interested in him are the same guys. If they look back to footage from 10 years ago, they're going to realize it's the same shit. I don't get it. Why is it, it's The Rock. He's going to boost ratings. Did they not expect ratings to, boost? Ratings would have boosted if they put in Goldberg, for crying out loud. It's a name factor. We have to see what he's going to do. And it really worries me that after WrestleMania comes, Rock is going to be gone. Lesnar is going to be gone. Triple H is going to be gone. The Rock, let's see, you got Rock, Lesnar, Triple H, Undertaker. Those 4 are going to be gone for a whole another year, or at least another 4 or 5 months till SummerSlam. And it's back to 2007, folks. This is why they shouldn't really take the title off of Punk just yet. I think Punk should make it over to 500 days at least, maybe even 1,000. Let him break Hogan's record. Let him break Buddy Rogers' record. Let him break Hogan's record. Let him break San Martino's record. Let him break everybody's record. I want to see, at that timeline, I want to see Punk standing tall as number 1. And maybe even you take it to next year, WrestleMania 30. Then you knock Punk off. And then they're going to go, well, Joe, that's going to get boring because he's just going to fight the same people. Not if you cycle in people from NXT like what they're doing now. Well, Joe, they're not ready. Who says they're not ready? That's another thing I don't get. They don't want to create new stars, but whenever you bring somebody in like a Big E Langston, of course they brung him in at the wrong time. People, then two-faced and do a 180 and go, well, they're not ready yet. Come on. You want new stars, but when they bring in new stars, they're not ready yet. I don't get it. Anyway, check out, I'm going to do a cheap plug. We may have a guest to announce in the next couple of days. New Search Live over at www.newsearchlive.com. If you have any comments, put them down below. Check me out on Facebook over at facebook.com and / Little Joe's Dad. It's my son. I think if you go to New Search Live too, they have something that links to my Facebook page over there up at the top of where it says contact, I think, or Facebook. So contact me over there. We have a Facebook tab. Anyway, I want to know your thoughts about this, guys. What would you do this Monday night on Raw? NewSearchLive.com.